We are live. We are back. We are a little early, but that's okay. Nothing wrong with being a little early. Better being early than being late. Obviously, that's what the military has taught us. Just think of this as the 10 minutes prior to your first formation. Either way, we are here. We are back. We are the All Sports Matters podcast group. Uh, then there were four. But of course, I'm not talking about the four football teams. I'm talking about the four that's always with me, that's always with us. Uh, Chef got his membership back, so let's bring him on. Boy, what's going on, Big Rob?
Man, what's happening, man? We had some technical difficulties earlier, but we got it together. Always
Right.
good to be here with my peoples.
What's chefing in the chef world?
It's gonna be Cajun shrimp and grits tonight with, get this, I found some government cheese.
Whoa.
So
Where
I'm
did you,
going
where,
hard tonight. So I'm going
I,
government
have, I
cheese.
have to ask, where did you find this
Hey,
said
no, we're
government
not doing
cheese?
that. No, I
have-
can't put that out
I
here.
got
I'll
to.
talk to you offline. We'll talk offline. I can't
Okay.
put that out in the
Okay.
atmosphere.
No,
I can't mess this up.
I know it's Friday. The government offices close early. I don't
Mm.
know if you waited in line today for this specific set of government cheese, but hey, whatever your hookup is, I don't want it. I just want to know where it came from. Trust me,
Exactly.
I'm not going to tell.
All I'm saying is,
I'm just
Mark
literally
Wahlberg,
curious.
thank you for the hookup.
I'm literally curious on where this government cheese came from, and it's all good. Speaking of government cheese, now that's a bad segue. All good. The revolutionary, the Fleck. What you got your name? Oh, was Revolt. I thought you was being Seth Rollins. For the sake of the Royal Rumble this weekend.
No.
Your past was briefly Revolt.
Yeah,
we had to get you back on.
Yeah, me and Rob, we got our memberships revoked, but we back. We in this thing. We ready to do this now.
I didn't know at first when I saw you earlier. I thought you was repping the New York Jets. I'm not gonna lie. I know you had nothing to do with the Jets. I know. Okay, I didn't say anything, but when I first saw you, I was like, "Oh, he got to rep somebody because the Titans suck." Either way, that's what I thought. So all due respect to the Boston Celtics, and I was gonna do that to you. I know you're not a Jets fan by no means. What's going on? How was your week?
Oh man, it's been a weird one this week. My norm, work my butt off, come home. Hey, I was off today though, so
that's good. It's been a minute since you've been off on a Friday.
You know what I'm saying? Like starting a new project at work on Monday, so they gave me the day to get my mind right.
It must be a big one.
Yeah.
And making an appearance because he was requested, only because of request, not because we want him here. Either way, just kidding, just kidding. It is our producer. It is our brother. It is Mr. JB himself. I would just look at the comments and say, hey, they want you.
Shane OB, I'm in the building. What's up, baby? I'm here.
You.
Let Shane OB know I'm in the building. I made it. My membership didn't get revoked.
That was the guy that revoked me and Rob's membership.
That's what happened when you don't pay your taxes.
He was. Hey, that's why the chef is back on government cheese. We're not.
Lord.
I'm just putting two together.
Hey, I want a block of that though. The government cheese is the best cheese.
I want that peanut butter that you got to stir for like an hour.
That's it.
MRE peanut butter right there, boy.
I want that block of cheese.
It's that block too.
I'm talking about that block of cheese lasts you 6 months.
I know.
It'll be in you for 6 months. I tell you that. It will be. It'll be in you for 6 months.
Drink water. Drink plenty of water.
Yeah, drink plenty of water. Drink plenty of water.
We had a lot of action in the world of sports this week. And speaking of a block of cheese, Tyler Bass went wide right like Scott Norwood did back in 92. Or 1990, sorry, 1990.
92, 93, 94.
Well, he was cut after that. He was cut after that wide right, so he wasn't there for the other ones. But yeah, it was what? 89, 90, 91, 92.
Yeah, so, it was 4 years in a row.
Scott Norwood, when he missed that 90 in 91, 99, the 90 season, 91 Super Bowl against the Giants, he went wide right. We ain't heard from him again. They actually made a movie, Ace Ventura. Obviously, I think that part was based off of him. Just want to put two together.
Ray Finkel.
Race is out.
Ray Finkel.
I just want to know how bad the Buffalo Bills. We talked about this last week, right? This was the game for Josh Allen and the Bills to make a statement. couple of things of note of that game. Mahomes winning makes it his fifth straight. Sixth straight.
Six.
Six straight AFC championships. He's been a starter. Six straight AFC championship. Hey, he has never missed, right?
Missed
He's
it.
been there every year.
He knows everything else.
What I have to add before I get to the panel is it the play calling of the Buffalo Bills? All their plays was behind the line of scrimmage. 14 passing plays called behind the line of scrimmage, and it wasn't even a screen. It was just, I'm confused. What happened? Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs was completely lost, like he has been since midseason. Flex, since you're wearing the AFC East color of the New York Jets, I'm going to you first by default. Talk to me. What went wrong with the Bills? And was it bad Bills, good Chiefs, bad? Talk to me.
The Chiefs didn't have any drops, any bad drops anyway, which I was saying, hey, that would be their downfall if they did lose, would be the drops. They didn't have any drops and it was still close. The Bills just can't get past the Chiefs. When it counts. I don't know no other way to put it, because it's not like the Bills played a terrible game. They just can't. Patrick Mahomes just has the Bills number for whatever reason. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
So with that being said, you said it. MVS was catching everything like his life depended on it. I had a joke in my head. I totally forgot it. But either way, I'm going to you, Big Rob. Talk to me. We're not doing any previews yet, so let's make sure we don't go that far. We're talking about this game that passed, Chiefs, Bills. Talk to me on what went wrong and what went right for the Chiefs.
I mean, the Chiefs put it together at the right time. The wide receivers started playing like they are wide receivers. Great game management. They put a great game plan together. And then, I mean, the Bills were billing, being who they are. I mean, you got Josh Allen missing check downs and trying to take the home run toss instead of taking that check down when he could have kept the plays alive. And he could have took a meticulous drive, and one would have ate up a lot of clock, but two, you would have put yourself in a better position than having to depend on the kicker. So Stephon Diggs disappeared.
So does the kicker gets no fault in that? I'm going right back to you, Chef.
No. I give him. He didn't do his job, but I mean, if you depend on a kicker, that's on you.
JB, I'm coming to you in this aspect. This game should have been a blowout. Those two fumbles by McCole Hardman, huge deal. Like the Chiefs dominated, the ball, the game. Now they didn't put a lot of pressure on Josh Allen. It was more like a prevent kind of, and for some reason the play calling, like Rob said, he wasn't throwing it down. Until that last series. Before that, all those passes were going sideways.
Right.
I'm trying to figure out what was going on with the offensive play calling. The Buffalo Bills. I'm lost.
So the team that was playing opposite them lived rent free inside of Josh Allen's head, specifically number 15. Number 15 has papers on the Buffalo Bills, similar to the way Aaron Rodgers had papers on the Chicago Bears and pass them along to Jordan Love. Now, will they be able to get this fixed and rectified? I don't know, because it seems like next season there's going to be some changes in that team that resides in Canada. But they came out, they was ready. They thought they was ready. They was playing at home, and they was paying too much attention to Jason Kelce with his shirt off, running in and out of the suite. So,
for the record, I would gladly see that.
I would watch him every time.
Then
over
watching Taylor Swift do this
over the ironing board. The ironing board.
Agreed.
Do you believe that white America has dubbed Taylor Swift in inventing the swag surf?
I wouldn't
I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah,
I'm so upset with that entire thing. Like, really?
What? I'm like, oh,
What is this viral the Chiefs viral dance that Taylor Swift was doing?
Now, before we get to previewing the AFC Championship game Sunday, that is the early game. That's 3:00 Eastern, 2:00 Central. I know my statistician is making sure I'm legit on that. Baltimore Ravens dominated the Houston Texans in a game that simply said it was too big for this young team that belongs in Houston. So, as expected, we all had the Baltimore Ravens. Rob, I'm coming straight to you. Did you expect this game to go exactly how it went?
I did not. I thought it was going to be close, but I wasn't disappointed. I was happy. I was happy it went the way it did. We got in that second half. We just started hitting. The Ravens started hitting on all cylinders. The defense stepped up. They looked amazing, and Lamar just did what he's been doing all season. So, you know me, I can't wait to see how this plays out this week. And you're right. It is the 3 p.m.
2 p.m.
Eastern, 2 Central game for the Kansas City Ravens game.
Fleck, I think you predicted a 2-score game.
I actually predicted a 3. I had it 34-16, and I wasn't that far off. It was like, what, 34-10?
34-10.
So I wasn't that far off.
Okay, I'm going to go. I'm remembering now. I'm coming right back to you, Fleck. They only managed to return a kickoff for a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it.
Talk to me about the Texans' offense and what failed them.
They're young. I think inexperience failed them. Their future's bright, but that moment was just too big for them. And I kind of figured, rookie head coach, rookie quarterback, the inexperience factor played into it. And I mean, they got their shirts ripped off to take Rob's word. But I mean, it wasn't anything that I didn't expect to see. I thought maybe the offense would score at least, but I mean, otherwise the way the game flowed, that's exactly how I saw it flowing, with that Ravens defense dominating that offense.
I think injuries played a part.
JB, did that game go the way you thought it would?
Not even at all. No, I if y'all can recall, I was the one who was saying that it was going to be a close game and it was going to be like a 3-point game. And they completely tore the doors off the frame. So yeah, it didn't go the way I saw it going. But we all were in agreement that Baltimore will win the game. I didn't think they was going to win that big. I know the big fella was real excited about it, because he got to stop watching early. He didn't have to kind of worry about nothing. He had to sweat. He can go back to chefing, but yeah.
Let's predict. Let's do a little prediction when it comes to Houston Texans, right? And then we'll get to the championship game. Houston Texans, what is missing from that team? Fleck?
They need to get the offensive line straight.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe get Stroud one more receiver, because you got Nico Collins, Tank Dell coming back next year. So they got a duo that's nice.
And Noah Brown showed up somewhere along the way.
Yeah, but he was hurt down the stretch.
Right.
So
I'm saying we don't anticipate him going hurt starting next year.
And maybe that game would have been but I mean, Noah Brown, he kind of came out of nowhere, but I don't know if he'd be able to sustain what he did in that, because he only had like a 3 or 4 game stretch where he, you know what I mean? So I don't know if he'll be able to, do that over an entire season. Tank Dell, for the most part, was doing it up until he got hurt. Nico Collins has been awesome this year.
Yeah.
The future in Houston is bright. They get that offensive line fixed. I don't know what Dalton Schultz's contract is like, but maybe get him a reliable.
I think it's just a 1 year. I believe it's just a 1 year deal.
And get the running game right, because Pierce, he had a great rookie season, and then
Singletary
bed this year.
No, Singletary.
Yeah, but I mean, how long are you going to be able to depend on Singletary? You know what I mean?
I don't know. Singletary fan coming out of Buffalo last season. Everybody was like, "Oh, he's too small. He's too small." But guess what?
I mean, he balled out. I'm not saying he didn't ball out, but get somebody that can grow with. I'll say it that way. Then that can grow with that core that you already got, that young core. Fix that offensive line, get that third receiver, maybe grab a tight end. The defense is looking nice. Their defense is straight. I didn't see any issue with their defense. Yes, they got picked apart by the Ravens, but I think that was more good Ravens than bad Texans on defense.
Yeah.
So with them not having a first round, I believe they don't have a first round pick this year. They traded it to.
They have one.
They have one.
They got the Browns.
Yeah, they got the one from the Browns.
I was about to say I couldn't remember whose they had, but yes.
No, I know they traded. They traded a first round.
They traded theirs
So
to the Cardinals.
So that trade from Deshaun Watson for literally everybody that played for the Houston Texans, I believe Houston won that trade.
Oh yeah.
No.
They won that trade from the jump.
Tenfold.
Yeah.
They won that one tenfold.
Now we got it. We got an AFC Championship game, right? We got the Kansas City Chiefs going on the road for the second time in Patrick Mahomes' career, playing the Baltimore Ravens. Chef, talk to me about that game. How do you think it's going to go? Give me a prediction. What do you anticipate? Do you think Mahomes got a little bit of magic left in him, or this is the Jackson coming out party?
I mean, he's gonna Mahomes. He's gonna do what he do, but I think the magic's up. I think this is Lamar's year. Lamar is on a tear. He's got as full of strength as we've had all season. Going to be playing this weekend because Mark Andrews got activated. So you're going to have all the weapons that he'll need right now, and then on top of that, the defense is playing out of his mind, and it's going to be wet. It's supposed to rain that day, all day. So I think it's going to end up being a Lamar show that day, and I see us going to the Super Bowl, and I can't wait.
The last Super Bowl was obviously against the 49ers, where Crabtree didn't make that catch. I was in Afghanistan that year.
So
I was on a roof all night trying to get the satellite working because we was in a snowstorm.
Guy out there like this.
I turned the lights off. I was the one who turned the lights off, y'all.
That was Beyonce, right?
I hate you for turning the lights.
I went out there and turned them things off. I couldn't do it. I couldn't sit there and just watch what was happening to the guys.
Can you watch JB? Can you watch Sunday? Who you got? Chiefs, Ravens. Why? How do you think that game's gonna come out?
Let me tell you something. So you go into this game and you know that the Ravens are the best team in football, right? If anybody would have a chance to beat the Ravens coming out of the AFC, it would be Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Do I think they go do it? No, I don't believe they go do it. But I think they stand the best chance coming out the AFC to beat the Ravens. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm taking the Ravens. And what's the spread? The spread is 4. The Ravens favored by 4. So I'm taking the Ravens with the points with this because they definitely go cover that. And the over under is 44.5 points. I wouldn't touch that because if it's gonna be raining out there, it's gonna be a slugfest type game. Although Pacheco is slated to be playing, and you know he runs real angry, and the same will Lamar Jackson will use his legs. Although he got one of his big weapons back, I don't foresee Mark Andrews getting a ton of usage on Sunday. He go get implemented real quick, but I don't see him getting a ton of usage because they're gonna be using their legs for this game. It's gonna be down and dirty right there in the slums. And I think the Ravens win it by a touchdown.
That close. Fleck, Ravens, Chiefs. How much and why?
Every time I pick against Mahomes, he goes out and shuts me up. I'm
They picked the Ravens again.
I'm picking the Ravens. I was going with the Ravens anyway, but I just know Mahomes is going to shut me up again. But I got the Ravens. Jim, I don't think the weather's going to be a factor during game time. I just looked up the Baltimore radar, the weather forecast, and by the time game starts, it's supposed to be clear now. There's not supposed to be any rain or whatever.
I get
but
it.
I got that Ravens defense is just too good, man. And that's my deciding factor. It's not even Lamar for me. Lamar gonna do whatever Lamar does, but the deciding factor for me is going to be that defense. That defense is playing elite level football right now.
They are.
I got Baltimore. I got 2 touchdowns.
Ooh, wee. Them linebackers is gonna be off the chain. And who's that? Who's that safety y'all got back there?
Kyle
Hamilton.
Yeah.
You know what I like?
Where's he
I like
from?
From Notre Dame.
I like that young guy. I like that young guy right there, boy. I tell you that.
He's long, he's physical, and great
I had to
name.
pull up Amir today.
I was not happy that he got passed up by a lot of people. He dropped in that draft board.
I like that.
Dropped.
I appreciate
This
it.
Ravens defense, no, it's not that good, but it's
Huh?
good. I was reading the comment. It said the Ravens defense as good as it was when Ray was there.
No,
It's not that good, but it's good.
absolutely
It's
not.
nowhere near that good. That 2000s Ravens defense
No.
is like an all-time great defense.
You know what? I play devil's advocate. I got the swag surfing Chiefs.
That's your second team.
It is by default, fantasy purposes for the record.
Man,
Once
it's
Mahomes
'cause of Taylor.
is done-
We
once
know.
Mahomes is done, I'm done rooting for the Chiefs. I'm just throwing it out there.
It's because of the iron board back.
It's
It's because of the
that
iron
little
board
girl.
back.
Hey, me and Mahomes has been together for the last 6 years, arm in arm. All right, in the last 6 years, I won a lot of games in fantasy. Just want to throw that out there. With that being said, I think they're finally putting it together. I think it's got nothing to do with the Ravens. I don't have anything bad to say about the Ravens. They're that good. Lamar Jackson is playing completely out of his mind. 2 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns last week. I still think he does the same thing. 2 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns. And I think the Chiefs still pull it off. I'm going to say 28-27.
If Lamar gets 4 touchdowns,
I say
there's
28-27.
no. But
The
that's
great-
4 touchdowns. So
The
that's
great Tucker himself is going to miss an extra point.
Oh, not Legatron. He gonna slip.
if Lamar accounts for 4 touchdowns, the Chiefs are in trouble.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you. I'm not saying bad Ravens. I'm not downplaying the Ravens. I'm not saying what I'm saying is the Chiefs are finally putting it together. The wide receivers are finally catching the ball. They're finally special teams is doing special teams thing. Mahomes is running just like Lamar Jackson is.
That
He's-
Ravens defense.
They're
is
going to
not
match
that
him.
Bills-
They're going to match
Ravens
possession for
defense is
possession.
not that Bills defense.
They're going to
I
match
don't
possession
see-
for possession.
I don't see the Ravens defense giving up that many points.
Exactly. That's my thing.
Yeah, that
If-
and Marlon Humphreys is back this week, and along with a healthy Kyle Hamilton and the rest of the defense.
You can have 8 Marlon Humphreys, but the one they got ain't gonna stop.
If that Chiefs receiving room hadn't been dropping passes and been awful for the majority of the year, I
Right,
could probably roll with you on that.
right.
So,
That's the
I'm
problem.
gonna
They
go a little-
I mean,
Their
one
offense-
game does not change my outlook on
I
how
understand what y'all saying, but here's where I'm coming. This is where I'm coming from. The way the Chiefs have been dominating the possession, the ball. You know what I'm saying? The ball control. Every possession has been 8 minutes.
but they're not going to get those against the Ravens.
Exactly.
I'm telling you, Pacheco is going to run like he's running.
No,
They're
man.
going to do.
What they're not
They're
gonna do-
going to do their reverses. And
So,
I'm gonna say something
let me
that's
just be
completely
real with you.
absurd.
I'm
Because
gonna-
Derrick Tony is in there.
The first time he does one of those angry man runs,
He gonna get
Roquan
killed.
Smith is going to break his neck.
That's the part. And I get it. I get it. He looked amazing up to this point. But one thing about the Bills, they lost Milano. They don't
Like the
have
linebackers,
they don't
exactly.
have any linebackers like that. You talking about 2 of the probably 2 of the best, 2 in the top 5. These 2 are 2 of the best. And next to Greenlaw and Warner, I would put these 2 right there with them, and they are headhunters.
Again,
And
I'm not
and then
saying
you got on
bad
top of
Ravens.
that, you got Kyle
I am not
Hamilton,
saying bad Ravens. The Ravens is going to do what they do. I'm
and Kyle
telling you.
Hamilton
But
love to get into the
I'm
box.
telling you, the Chiefs are going to get first downs on
Mhm.
3rd and 4, 3rd and 3. I'm not saying they're going downfield. I'm telling you right now, they're not going downfield. I know that Ravens defense is stout. I'm saying they're going to go reverses. They're going to go, their game plan. You got the best play caller in the game.
You got to
But the-
remember too,
The Chiefs' run game is predicated on being smash mouth.
exactly.
Straight up the middle, hit you in the mouth. They're not going to be able to do that against this Ravens defense.
And that's the thing. The Ravens front line You
Y'all
still
said
got
that about
you
the
still
San
got,
Francisco 49ers, and Green Bay still moved the ball.
but
No,
we're not Green Bay.
I had Green Bay winning that game.
I after seeing Green Bay against Dallas, I thought they could win that game.
I had Green Bay winning that game,
just-
so I did
I'm
not
just
say
telling
that
you,
about the 49ers.
Obviously,
But-
I'm moving on, but that
let's
was a
move
perfect segue because the 49ers defense is almost the same as the Baltimore Ravens defense. I'll give it all the credit in the world. I am not knocking the Ravens. And before we get to the Ravens, what I'm saying, I'm not knocking the Ravens. I'm saying they are that good.
Did you get Rob's prediction on the score?
I did. Oh, I said it was going to be a close one.
I don't think
Yeah,
you
Rob did his prediction first.
Yeah, I did mine first.
Oh, my bad.
Amir, who your sister calling the football, Steph?
Mahomes.
Mahomes.
They got the same hair, I think, or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, they do stuff that you just don't see in their respective
Hey,
sport.
I'm
you're right.
gonna tell you
You're
what. The days of Steph Curry, he didn't, and I'm not. We're not going to basketball. We'll get there eventually because I just want to kind of a good segue because he didn't get
to the Bay Area.
He didn't get to become a starter. You know,
For
what I'm
the
saying?
first time in
Times has
2
changed,
years.
and I'm telling you, even with Debo Samuel back, because Debo is a huge game changer. I don't know the exact injury, but it was enough for Debo to put on some sweats and say, "Nah, I'm good." Green Bay was one cross field pass away from beating the San Francisco 49ers, and I attribute that to young Jordan Love. Obviously, they did everything right, and obviously still lost. Play calling was not that good when it came to Green Bay. They could have kicked the field goal. They could have kicked 2 field goals, and that game would have been a little bit different early. Instead of going 4th and 1, kick the field goal. You know, and then they get that 4th and inches. Bad spot, by the way. They didn't get that spot. Chalk it up to hometown. It was a lot of ifs. I understand that. But 49ers did win, and that's going to be our focus. JB, I'm going with you. How concerned are you with your team against Green Bay, first off? And tell me, are you concerned with them moving forward?
Against Green Bay, it was you know, one of those things where you look at it and you see Purdy throwing the ball all over the place, and they talking about his grip and the ball being wet, and then you got Debo that goes down with the shoulder injury. It is a little concerning, but they still was able to pull it out. You know, that grit was going on. You know, and they went ahead and took it over like they needed to with the defense, because it was all defense who had to get it done. Now, with that being said, Debo is fully in this week because he does not have the injury designation. And we was talking about it right before we came on live, and was saying because we know the defense that they're about to deal with Detroit. We know Detroit is stout against the run, but they switch cheese against the pass. And we were just sitting here talking, and we was saying, once you do what you need to do, or if for whatever reason you making it happen with the pass, don't leave him in there for too long, because you don't want that injury to jump back up and sneak back in there. So I don't think Debo is going to be there, but I don't think it's going to be a big Debo game. I think you'll see a big game from Ayuk and Kittle this game. CMC's go do his thing. You'll see a little bit of Elijah Mitchell. Debo's going to be in there, and he go make some plays, but he's not going to be a huge factor this week.
So let's just get your prediction out the way. Detroit Lions versus your 49ers. What you got?
I got the 49ers winning.
Really?
Like I said, the pass.
Surprise.
Well, yeah, surprise. The pass defense for the Lions is what's go cause that. And I think Brock Purdy, with it being dry out there, he's gonna bounce back, and he's Kyle's gonna try to silence the haters, because that's what he does every time people start talking crap about Brock Purdy. He does a pass heavy game plan instead of doing what brought him to the dance with the run. So I think you're gonna see Brock Purdy making a lot of passes. He'll go over 300 yards and probably have 3 touchdowns. So I think the game will be 31-24 San Francisco.
Now that we have spent the last 15 minutes talking about the 49ers.
Oh yeah, like they want to talk about the Ravens that hard? Shit,
Mm-mm.
shit.
Don't bring us in there. What you talking about? We ain't got nothing to
My
do with
goodness, I walked off and came back. I walked and came back 15 minutes later, and y'all was still talking about the Ravens. I won't hit.
Hey, if Pat
Put them
McAfee
balloons
had
on y'all.
cursing left and right, I think we're okay. Fleck, talking about Green Bay and the Niners game. Green Bay almost had him. Almost had him. Talk to me how disappointed you are in Green Bay, and where did that game go wrong?
I am disappointed with one Mr. Jordan Love. You do not make that pass across your body to the middle of the field on first down. Throw the ball away. Nothing there. Throw the ball away. Live to see another down. You got time. You didn't have to make that pass. There was nothing there. I don't know what he was looking at. There was nothing there. I mean, there was like 4 49ers and one receiver in that area. His receiver got nowhere near the ball. That being said, Green Bay overachieved this year because I had them being dead last in the NFC North. I was not a fan of Jordan Love. My perception has changed.
Did somebody in the panel pick Jordan Love and Green Bay to do well this season?
Who? Oh, okay.
You pick Patrick Mahomes. I don't want to hear it.
Right.
Different division. Different division.
Yeah, whatever. That being said, the Niners did what they had to do to win. I mean, they did just enough to win that game. I had Green Bay winning that game by 3. They lost by what? 3.
Yep. It was a 3-point game.
So I was right there. They're right there. So Green Bay, like the Texans, their future is bright. They got a couple of things. They got a crap load of free agents coming up this year. And a lot of key players because, Jair Alexander don't know if he's going to be back. Even though he's under contract, he don't know if he's going to be back. A lot of that defense is free agency. So, or going to be cap casualty.
About to look like Alabama.
Rashawn Gary played his butt off. Holy crap, that man was everywhere.
But that team, they're in a good position. They're going to fix that offensive line. They're in a good position. I think they got their quarterback of the future. They got a stable of young studs at receiver. 2 great, or I'm not going to say great, but 2 good young tight ends. They're good. They'll be back. We have not heard the last of the Packers.
We'll come back to you when it comes to the NFC Championship game preview. Chef, 49ers, Green Bay. Question for you is, should the 49ers be worried considering how that game went and going into a more stout offense and a even better defense in the Detroit Lions?
I wouldn't say worried. I'd say more. You see what went wrong last week, so you should have paid a lot of attention to make those corrections that you needed to make and ensure that the game plan you put in this week fits the squad that you're about to face. It was a good test. It should show you what deficiencies you had, and you should adjust accordingly to that. You have to know, though, this week, the run game is definitely going to be similar, but very different. Last week, you only had to really worry about the one running back. This week, you got 2. And one is a very big, hard-hitting bruiser, and the other is very electric, very similar to a young Christian McCaffrey, but not quite at that level.
Who are you talking about, by the way? Just want to make sure everybody...
This week. Detroit this week. Coming up.
Okay.
So,
yeah,
they should...
Jahmyr Gibbs.
A lot of notes because they're playing a team that's hungry, they're motivated, and they're going to have a very good offense coming into town this week, similar to last week. But the big difference is you got a quarterback who's won 5 playoff games.
And we're going to segue there. You brought up a great point. Detroit Lions last week beat the Baker Mayfield Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think that game was a lot closer than what it should have been. Lions did dominate that game up until the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter,
Mhm.
Bucks decided to show up and play football a little bit too late, but they did what they had to do. Detroit Lions with Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery and Amon St. Brown and Sam Laporta,
Yeah.
James Reynolds, Craig Reynolds. There's two different Reynolds. Just want to throw that out there.
Josh
Josh
Yeah.
Reynolds, James
Josh
Reynolds,
Reynolds.
Josh.
James for long, Josh for short, whatever. Same dude. Two different Reynolds. And Jameson
The Reynolds
Williams,
brothers.
who has finally played up to his potential. I don't know if he waited to the end of the season or the playoffs to do so, but Jameson Williams has been playing ball. Detroit Lions is finally putting it all together. I think they're their own worst enemy when it comes to play calling. For some reason, they want to go for every fourth down. I don't know why. Every
Hey,
fourth
Dan
down
Campbell.
needs to happen.
Dan Campbell got that intensity in him. I love it.
I get it, but going for every fourth down is the reason why Green Bay is not playing this week. Just want to throw it out there.
He be out there playing Madden for real.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, but yeah, you keep. I mean, you can't tell him to dial that back when that's been his coaching style, even when they were losing. So,
From the jump.
I mean, he's rode that coaching style
Right.
from perennial loser to winners of the NFC North. So we can't knock him for it.
Fleck, Chef opened the door with the running game of the Detroit Lions. I'm throwing it out there because it seems like everybody's running on the 49ers lately. Like the running is something they haven't been able to stop. So with that being said, with Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, is that going to be a game changer for the Lions and 49ers? And who do you have winning?
Well, first I got I picked against the Niners last week. And it almost came to fruition. I'm going Lions. I got the Lions winning this one.
I love when you pick against the 49ers.
I know you do because I always
love it.
wrong when it comes to your Niners. I always pick wrong. If I have them winning, they lose. If I have them losing, they win. I don't know why. But I got the Lions. I got, I think we're gonna see, top 15 Jared Goff in this game. Not top 10 Josh Allen. We're gonna see top 15 Jared Goff.
That's not a good thing.
I mean, he's average. There's only 32. He's above average.
I get
Jared
it.
Goff not that great on grass
If
though.
you're playing for a Super Bowl berth, playing for a Super Bowl berth, don't you want somebody that's top 10 tier?
Kind of do.
You're not gonna, you're gonna need him to be a game manager because, like Rob said, they got a two-headed monster at running back, and everybody has been running on that Niners
Yep.
defense.
And you definitely want to use the running backs in this game because Jared Goff is not great on grass.
And everybody has been running on that Niners defensive
And
line.
everybody know that grass is horrible in Santa Clara.
It's not as bad as that grass in MetLife, but
That turf in MetLife that be snatching everybody in the East.
that Brillo pad in MetLife.
Can we just say that Sterling Shepard's knees? Because it seems like he's the only one that's like really getting hurt out there.
No, everybody that comes to visit gets hurt there.
Everybody sees it.
It was a year took out the entire 49er defense. I was like, what is happening?
So Rob,
there was like an 8-game stretch where like somebody got seriously hurt.
Yeah, no, it's trust me, I know. Rob, who do you got? Lions?
No, I got the Lions winning. I got the Lions winning. It's going to be close. I got them winning by 2. It's going to be a close game.
By 2.
Keep
17?
Yeah,
I was really
17-19.
17-19.
17-19. I literally would like to see the Lions win and go to the Super Bowl because they're so hungry. And I mean, they're motivated. They've been playing out of their minds. It would be awesome to see them in the Super Bowl, but I don't think it's going to be this year. I honestly have San Francisco finishing it out. They're at home, so the spread is 7. So
7.5. Yep.
7.5.
No, I'm taking Lions all day on the spread.
I was about to say I'll take the Lions.
The Lions, but I think 49ers will win by 3, and I got it being 24-21.
Oh,
I got
So you don't have them covered. Now, when the Niners score over 17, they win.
Yeah, they're going to win. I I don't see him covering, but I see him winning.
Now the person I want y'all to look, because y'all talk about the running backs. The person y'all need to really look at, and that's gonna really be a factor in this game, is Sam Laporta. Because everybody gonna be focusing on the running backs and Amon St. Ra, but Sam Laporta I'm not gonna say he gonna have a career day, but he about to do some stuff in that.
That
That means Jared Goff has to give him the ball.
Yeah,
that's true, but he can throw Laporta a little 2-3 yard dump pass, and Laporta gets yacked just like Kittle.
mm-hmm.
I mean, both of them from Iowa.
Right.
Look,
Iowa produce some tight ends. If they don't,
don't they? Don't they produce some good tight ends?
An offensive lineman.
Yeah.
No, I got the line. See, no, I don't know what I got. That game is so hard.
Come on to the dark side with me.
No, let me tell you.
Don't leave me over here by myself.
Let me tell you something that bothers me about the sports media world. Everybody crapping on Brock Purdy. I don't think it's fair.
It's not. It's not.
I don't understand why.
They're always saying he's a game manager because he got all these weapons.
Isn't that what he's supposed to do?
Yeah, I'm definitely
all the teams supposed to have weapons, right?
But every time we look around, it's like 49ers only win because Brock Purdy manages and his weapons take over. And I got a problem with that. Because last week, I'm gonna tell you something. Last week, that drive that he did to win the game was a perfect drive. Now, some of those balls were a little bit suspect. It was just a little bit out of the defensive hands.
And the Kittle drop.
Yeah, but he did what he had to do, and it showed that he's not just a game manager. He went and got a game-winning drive. And then
I don't understand that. I don't understand that narrative anyway. Like, you're knocking him because he has weapons. So, did you knock Mahomes when he had Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce? You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you knock him for?
This is the same talk. This is the same talk.
Every quarterback has weapons.
It's the same talk that Tom Brady had early in his career. Fifth rounder, right? Something like fifth rounder? Six.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, these quarterbacks only as good as their team. Patriots had a great defense at the time, and Brady was dinking and dunking and just getting his weapons. But Brady turned out to be, it don't matter, the weapons changed, right? All the weapons changed like every other year. He had different wide receivers, different running backs. And other than him and Gronkowski had the longevity,
right?
Everybody changed.
He was the GOAT.
Right. And the other thing, people really acting like this not Brock Purdy's first full year as being the starting quarterback in the NFL and in his second year in the actual league.
But that don't matter. Like what Amir is saying is accurate. Like, it's not fair that they label him only as good as his team. Like that. Right. That's stupid. Yeah.
Right.
I'm only as good as my team.
And you saw it. Personality saying 49ers need to draft an actual quarterback. I'm not sign an actual quarterback for next year. How crazy is that?
Right. And you got people out there saying, oh, the playoffs have 8 teams left. You got 7 elite quarterbacks and Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
No. I mean, yeah, it's not fair. Like, I crap on, I talk crap about the Niners all the time. But yeah, that narrative that Brock Purdy is not a top, like, I got him top 10. He's top 10 right now. He's a top 10 quarterback in the league.
Yes. We're going to move on. We discussed Brady being the GOAT. Obviously it bothers me being a Giants fan, but hey, we got him twice in the Super Bowl. But we're moving on. But you can't talk about the GOAT without his other half.
You said the GOAT?
The GOAT? I am Groot.
The GOAT?
I am Groot.
Without his other half, Mr. William Belichick, who right now
I am Groot.
Willie Bill
sits at home without it. Well, sits in Cancun. He's not sitting at home. He's sitting in Cancun right now with no job. Rob, is this it? Is this the end of the line for Mr. Bill Belichick? Does he no longer coach in the NFL?
I think this year, I think he's going to have to sit back, take a year, and literally look at basically evolving, because he's going to have to change the way he's gone about things. He's going to have to sit at least this year. And I mean, it's not like he's not going to get offers to come and be a part of like some broadcast some NFL coverage of some sort. And I mean, he's still one of the greatest defensive minds in the NFL. So somebody's going to pay him to give them some advice about their defense. So it's not like he's going to be hurting for money, but right now he's long in the tooth because he's edging towards 72. And I mean, honestly, if he does coach, how long does he have left?
He would
I don't
turn
know.
72 years old this summer.
Here's
I don't know if I
here's
want to
the-
hear him commentating though.
Nah, he wouldn't be good in the conversation.
He's gonna be like,
I
on
wouldn't
to
I
the
wouldn't say
next play.
commentator. I would say probably hosting a football special of some
Here-
sort.
On to the next play.
Here's a crazy stat though. He has been a NFL coach for 49 straight years.
40
NFL, he has been an NFL coach, not a head coach, an NFL coach for 49 straight years.
Hey,
That's
we
next
longer
year
than
would be
I've
number-
been alive.
That's longer than all three of you have been alive.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know.
The only
we-
person that was alive was me, and I was almost 3 when he
Olay.
started head coaching.
Whoa.
so old. He's so
40
old.
Next year, if he would have got a
We
job,
know why. We know how you got this job.
But yeah, I'm with Rob. He's gonna have to sit out next year. The only two openings left are the Seahawks and the Commanders, and I don't see him as a fit for either one of those teams.
Right now,
Oh.
both jobs is O'Brien, the defensive guy, Quinn. Sorry,
Dan Quinn.
I think
Dan
I think Dan Quinn ends up in Seattle, and in Washington they're looking at Ben Johnson, the OC for the Lions, or Vrabel. Vrabel's still out there. He may end up having to sit out a year.
Now, if
Vrabel's also in the running for the Seahawks job too. But
if you're Vrabel though, do you take a
I don't
coordinator
think he
job?
will. I don't think he will. No, him. No.
now if
Because he's been a head coach at a high level.
right,
I think that would be a bit of a demotion for him to go back to being a coordinator.
What high
right. Now,
level?
if
I mean, he won he won his division for 5 straight years.
That's the
I mean,
South.
it's the AFC South.
I
It
don't
count.
care what division it is. It could be
That's
the
right.
NFC South.
That's like winning the NFC
Let's
South.
let's
As a
not
head
minimize.
coach.
Let's not
As a head
minimize the
coach.
NFC South while the NFC South is walking around here, because the NFC South is the worst conference in all of football.
And speaking of the NFC South, and the reason why we don't have Belichick, or we talk about Belichick, is because Raheem Morris took the spot of Atlanta.
I like how you did that. That was real. That was
Pretty
real
amazing.
flexy how you did that. I like that. You
So-
caught the segue and ran with it. Okay.
Everybody but the owner wanted somebody else other than Belichick. Only the owner wanted Belichick.
Yeah.
But the
No,
organization
no,
knew
no.
the organization
The owner-
knew that jobs were on the line once Belichick was coming into play.
The owner didn't. He was the Belichick was a sticky situation in Atlanta because Belichick wanted more power than Atlanta was offering. You know, after he's been coaching GM for 20 plus
Right.
years in New England, he wanted more power than Atlanta was willing to give him, knowing that he's 72 and he only had, maybe 3 years tops as a coach, and they would have
Right.
to be again. So I understand why Atlanta moved on, and I don't blame them for moving on. But it wasn't just the owner. It was that was a tricky situation.
Right, it is. The owner was like, he didn't really care about the bigger picture. He just wanted Belichick to just be Belichick. We all know
Right.
Belichick is not the old Belichick.
He, just
You
wanted,
know?
he wanted the name.
Exactly. He did want the name.
Amir, you got a question in the comments, man.
With the recent Bears offensive coordinator hire, does that make it a lock? They dropped the candidate. No, it does not make it a lock, Mr. Shane O'Brien.
Not the OC hire.
One thing that we learn in sports, A, there's nothing a lock. There's nothing locked about anything. And 2, we don't know what the Bears are doing.
Amir,
We don't know
before
if
you
they're
jump off,
trading down.
Amir, before you jump off that Chicago and Atlanta in the South, if I was the Falcons, I would get on the phone immediately and try to get my hands on Justin Fields and be like, look, take this dang on first round draft pick of mine here. You can have it. Or even I would
No.
They don't need the first. They already got 2 first.
No,
They got
I'm not giving the Bears. I'm not giving the Bears a top 10 pick for Justin Fields.
but they
Right.
got 2 of them.
And then you're gonna have to pay him.
Right?
You're giving up a
no,
first-round
the
pick.
Bears do, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
the Bears.
Bears got the first and the 10th.
So even if you
No, you
don't
said
give
like
up a
first
first,
round. Like
give them a second. Give them something.
a 2, yes,
Give them
but
something.
I'm not giving
But they
them.
need Justin Fields in Atlanta.
All right, especially if you know they about to grab Caleb Williams.
I'm not giving the Bears a first round pick, a top 10 pick at that, because the
Yeah,
Falcons
that's true. They are top 10.
I'm not getting, and then you're gonna have to pay Justin Fields at least $40 million a year because his contract is up after.
His contract's up.
You know what I'm saying? They haven't exercised that 5th-year option, right?
No.
So
Nope.
he's gonna
And
need a new contract too.
Yep,
So
and
I'm
they-
not
and they-
giving-
They
here's
still
one
need to
thing-
get offensive linemen.
Here's one thing we keep
I'm-
forgetting: somebody always overpays. There's always
Yeah, but
a
you're
team
not
that
gonna
always
give up.
overpays.
You're not gonna give. But yes, somebody.
Even
you're
if you
right about
don't
that. Like,
give up
they
a
always
first,
do. But
give
you're
them
not
a
going to
second.
give up that top 10 pick and then have to pay him $40 million plus, and he's had up and down play for his career.
But is that because he's not a great player, or is that because you have so many offensive coordinators that are faulty?
Okay, but then he's going to be going into a new situation in Atlanta, so that's another one. So
But
how long do you
but-
ride that? How long do you ride that, hoping that he
But
turns the corner?
The one thing I will say is about Raheem Morris, he is a very player-friendly coach who is not only defensive minded but offensive minded. So I think he would flourish in Atlanta. I think he would flourish.
Can I make a fair comparison here as far as Justin Fields and somebody that we're just now talking about after all these years who was first?
Gino?
No, not Gino.
Oh, you said
Baker Mayfield. I'm talking Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, but you're
because of what you said. How many offensive minded coaches he had 5 his whole 5 years at Cleveland, right out the rip.
right.
5 different coaches.
But at this point, even at this point in Baker Mayfield's career, you're not going to give up a top 10 pick and then pay him $40 million.
Not for Baker. Not for Baker, but a 20-something-year-old Justin Fields, you might have to do it because if you're doing it, you're believing he's a franchise quarterback. Let's start right off the rip.
I'm not giving up a top 10 pick and then have to pay him $40 million. I'll do it. I'll do it too. I'll do a second round pick.
And that's the thing. A 2 is not that high. It's not that high. It's not too high for him.
I'll do it
He would
too.
be a good pick.
Then I got to pay him $40 million plus.
Justin Fields, if he gets traded, is going to be
a really
a 1
good pick.
and a 2. Now, the 1 being they're already giving up the 1 this year. You got to keep in mind the 1 you're not giving up the 1, you're just swapping positions, and then maybe a 2 this year, maybe a 2 next year.
No,
No,
I'm not.
that's Chicago.
I'm hating the phone.
If you're going to do a trade, if you're going to do a trade for number 1 pick, you're going to do that trade.
If you're the Bears GM and you call me and I call you and you tell me that's what it's going to take for me to get Justin Fields, I'm hanging the phone up in your face.
What do you mean?
Because you go cut him.
You just said
You
it, too.
want a 1, a 2 this year, and a 2 next year?
You're swapping ones. You're
But
swapping
still,
ones.
Bears have 1 and 9. How high?
right. In Atlanta, so you think Atlanta's going to want to move back
Yeah,
No.
to get Justin Fields? No, because at some point you drafting Caleb Williams, so you go cut Justin Fields. So I'm gonna just pick him up once you cut him.
Exactly, and that's what I was getting at. Chicago doesn't have the leverage to be able to ask for all of that.
So why would Chicago hang up the phone if that's what I'm giving you?
No.
You said Chicago's hanging up the phone.
No. I said if you're the Bears GM and I call you and you tell me that's what it's going to take to get Justin Fields, I'm hanging the phone up on you.
You made it seem like the Bears is hanging up.
No,
I'm like, the Bears is taking that pick. The Bears are taking that trade.
The team that's trying to trade for Justin Fields, I'm that GM, and if you as the Bears GM tell me that's what it's going to take, I'm hanging the phone up on you.
I'm just saying we've seen some weird trades, but if anybody's trying to get the first pick, we've seen it's going to take a lot to get that number 1 pick. That's what I'm saying.
Now,
With the Bears not coming off that number 1 pick. If they trade Justin Fields, then they will take a 2 for Justin Fields.
If the Bears brass is dead set on taking Caleb Williams or a quarterback, we don't even know if it's Caleb Williams. It could be Drake May, because I've seen mock drafts that have Drake May going ahead of Caleb. I don't think so, but I'm just saying they are going to take a quarterback more than likely at 1. If I'm another team, I'm just going to sweat you out. you're not going to keep Caleb Williams and Justin Fields.
I'm gonna just wait for it.
So, hey, I'm going to call you. Hey, I got this 2 waiting whenever you're ready. Because nobody's going to give you a 1. Nobody's going to give you a 1 for Justin Fields.
Surprised. I'm telling you, you'd be surprised.
Bro, come on, man. Nobody's going to give you a 1 for Justin Fields.
Why did he get cut off? Who
He
cut
muted
him off?
himself.
Who
How
muted
he
him?
cut himself off?
I have
You
no
couldn't
clue what
tell him?
happened then. I didn't touch anything. My hands were up here. I don't know.
You got excited. You got excited with that phone
Hands
call
up here,
because
though.
you're going to take the first swap and
No,
you're
I'm
going to
not.
take the 2.
You know,
Lord.
but you know what, Flip?
I'm not finna pay. I'm not finna give you a 1 for 1. I know you're finna get rid of Justin Fields, or you need to get rid of Justin Fields.
It's not giving up a 1. You're just swapping picks.
But I'm not gonna go backwards.
The Bears have 1 and 9.
You know,
Unless you're about to give me the number 1 pick, I'm not swapping my
Flip,
first pick.
I'm gonna say this. I know
If I'm picking 12, you're gonna give me 9. Is that what you're telling me?
But Atlanta's picking what, 7?
I'm saying some team to get the first pick, right? Say Washington is at 2, right? Washington 2 of New England. Washington's at 2. They want to get 1. We're gonna swap 1 and 2, and I'm gonna give you the 2 and the 2 next year.
But that's not for Justin Fields.
What's happening right now?
We're talking about a trade for Justin Fields.
I'm talking about getting the first.
Everything was going well until just now.
Why are we
I'm
talking
talking
about the
about
first
the first
pick
pick.
and trading Justin Fields?
I'm talking about get the first pick of the draft.
Why are we talking about the
Why
first
did we
pick
go
and
that
Justin
far?
Fields?
What
That's
did
a
we
whole
get
different
that
conversation.
If I'm the Bears, I'm not trading Justin Fields.
You're trading the first pick
Yes.
and then paying Justin Fields $40 million when he's giving you up and down play.
Yes.
What up,
In
Tito?
the same offense that he's about to go back into.
They're about to get a new. They're about to sign a new offensive coordinator. They fired their offensive coordinator.
Yeah, but Matt Eberflus is still there, though.
And let's be honest, Eberflus is probably on his last year anyway.
Now, Flick, I'm gonna say this. I know I can tell you one franchise I know will overpay for a player in the draft, and that is the Las Vegas Raiders. They are notorious for overpaying.
They the Raiders.
Okay, but me and Amir were having 2 different conversations.
Yeah,
He was
no,
talking
you're
about what it
totally
would take
different.
to put up
I'm going back to what we were talking about earlier. Now,
that's what had me confused though, because Amir was talking about getting.
I was talking about the
Yeah.
first pick. I was
yeah,
talking
yeah,
talking
you
about-
talking about first pick.
I was talking about a team trying to get Justin Fields in the trade.
Yeah,
I'm
the
still
only
confused.
Okay,
now,
hold on,
the team
Amir.
that will.
even with that, I still think
Hold on.
somebody's going to overpay.
Hold on. So Amir, if you're trading Justin Fields, what would it take for you to come up off of Justin Fields? Because that's what the 3 of us were on. We were thinking that
We
we
were.
were talking about trading for Justin
We were
Fields.
gonna let
We're
it go.
talking about the number 1 pick. We're talking about trading for Justin Fields. So what would it take for? I'm calling you, and you're the Bears GM. Hey, bro, I want Justin Fields. What are you thinking?
I'm with you with the number 2, I guess. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah,
I was-
second round pick. Okay.
I was hyped up as saying I'm trading the first pick.
right,
I'm trading the first pick.
that's what had us confused because like the
Yeah,
3 of
everybody
us, you were
confused.
talking about trading for Justin Fields,
No, I'm not.
and we're
trading
like,
for
that's why we
Justin
kept saying like, what are you talking about a 1? We're not giving you a 1 for him.
Fields. Michigan Wolverines.
Confused as hell. Rob Tito came in here choosing violence on you, talking about your head look extra shiny today.
Because we getting ready for the Super Bowl, so that's what we're supposed to do.
Real quick breaking news. Obviously, it's not breaking news. Michigan Wolverines have upgraded their offensive coordinator. Was it Sharon Moore? Right, Sharon Moore.
Yeah, he was
Sure,
the
Yeah.
He was the
coach while
He's
Jim
the
Harbaugh was
official.
suspended.
Yeah,
He's the official head coach of them. That was an easy upgrade.
yeah. It was a no brainer because if you let him go, it was going to be Alabama 2.0 times 2.
Did
you were gonna
y'all
have people
know that
running the
Michigan
portal
had a
left.
law? Michigan has a law where you can't sign somebody.
Michigan
Michigan.
Michigan.
and Giannis.
And Giannis.
They
Giannis
together.
and Michigan.
They hanging out. Michigan and Giannis.
Giannis is in
Yes,
Michigan.
baby. Yes, yes.
We be so petty. We be so petty.
Giannis is hanging out in Michigan.
I can't take it. I can't take it.
Come back,
Oh,
bro.
my
We're
chest.
sorry.
Look, my chest hurt. I'm sorry.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, y'all done?
We're done. We're done.
He said Michigan and Giannis hanging out.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm done. I don't know if I'm done.
For those of you who don't know, I am Puerto Rican. English is my second language.
Oh man, that was hilarious.
Oh my God.
Be sure to tune in to the All Sports Matter radio show every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time on the Parlay
We're here
Period.
in the morning.
Before we get our coffee, we be going crazy. Vibe95station.com if you don't want to download the Parlay Period app. But go ahead and download that app because we got a whole bunch of other stuff in there. But go ahead and listen to us every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. We be talking a whole bunch of fools just before we wake up. It'd be so crazy.
Already.
Join us this Sunday as we have Giannis live from Michigan.
Giannis coming live from Michigan.
From Michigan. Oh my God, y'all.
We love you, bro, man. You know we love you. We love you.
We will be holding open casting calls this week for new panel members on the All Sports Matters podcast and radio show.
I know one person you can't replace though. I ain't gonna know well. The other two, y'all already lost y'all membership, so y'all might want to watch yourselves.
Maybe Giannis will join the panel.
Yeah.
Well, Giannis did come in second when it came to the All Sports Matters, the All-Star voting. See, I got me all flustered now. I got me all freaking flustered.
My head hurt. Oh Jesus!
We got All-Star starters, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I think since we're gonna stick in Milwaukee, is Dame Lillard a starter?
He should not have been a starter over Brunson.
He should not have been.
I'll go there. I'll be the one to go there.
I'm with you.
And you know how much I loathe your Knicks. But Bronson has proved himself worthy of being a all-star starter. I think he got screwed.
Yeah, he definitely got snubbed and screwed.
We know this is a what's it called?
Popularity contest.
See, I got me all flustered. I can't even talk no more.
We got you, bro. We got your back.
The hat is on the mic. I'm done.
Because Giannis starting though.
But being honest, LeBron should not be a starter. I don't think he should be all-star.
And look, if you don't have LeBron in the All-Star game, I don't know who's gonna watch it, honestly.
Well, you know he made the All-Star game for the record 20th time.
There we go. I knew that one.
Hold on, but the reason I said that is because if the fans are going to vote Dame Lillard, then obviously the fans are going to vote LeBron James. We can't have one shouldn't be and then the other because LeBron James is LeBron James. I'm sorry. I will start the debate in a heartbeat. LeBron James should not be a starter in this All-Star game.
My thing is he's starting, and sadly, I mean, he shouldn't start because of who started before him. But Steph ain't starting. But
Steph is not starting for the first time since what 2010.
I mean, honestly, Steph shouldn't.
Well, the problem is
2013.
We're talking Steph and not
played the same position as a monster.
I'm gonna tell you who got.
Yeah, because shot
West though.
SGA going crazy.
Should have been a starter.
Who?
Anthony Edwards. He should have been a starter.
Ant should have been a starter, but Ant played the same position as who?
Bron.
No, Nikolai.
No, Bron.
No, Jokic played center.
Jokic is
Anthony Edwards played the three.
You said Anthony Davis, didn't you?
No,
Anthony Edwards.
No, we didn't say Mr. Glass. We said
Mr. Glass deserves to be an all-star this year.
Crazy part, Mr. Glass has played the most minutes in the NBA this year.
AD is worthy of an all-star.
Yeah, he has played the most minutes in the NBA this year.
Yeah, he shouldn't everybody wrong,
but he should get a nod.
Right.
And in the end, Brunson is going to get in. Spider Donovan Mitchell should have even been in over Lillard. To me,
no, I agree. The fact that Halliburton got in just shows that
he deserves
it. We're trying to together, and people are looking at young stars more than the popularity concept. That's been the issue.
Halliburton deservedly got in.
He definitely deservedly got in.
I was glad
the fact that Halliburton and Shea Gilchrist
SGA.
Gilgeous Alexander.
Right. The
Let's
fact
just
that
call it
those
SGA.
two got in, it was a shock to me. First off,
And SGA deserves to be
not a
there,
shot that they're in, the shot that the fans voted them in. Because two small market teams, they're all stars.
SGA deserves to be
They're
there.
amazing.
SBA
SBA.
I'm just
SBA been
saying,
balling
Who
out.
is it?
The world,
Who-
is coming,
who-
the world is coming around to finally seeing that these guys are more deserving than seeing KD, LeBron every year.
I don't think KD should go to another All-Star game until he figure out how to use a brush and lotion.
That's not fair.
That should be a skills challenge.
Oh,
Stupid. I'm done.
He need to learn how to use a brush and put some lotion on them ankles. Like you
And
living out your house like that. Your mama taught you better than that with that Liberty backpack.
He said that should be a skill challenge.
Just hit it.
oh my!
Hit the brush real
Done.
quick. Them juju beads
I
floating
can't.
around your head.
I'm
Lord.
just saying, I'm finally happy that the world is coming a little bit around and seeing talent more than popularity. And I'm happy Halliburton and Gilchrist. Shy. Let's go Shy. You know,
SGA. I just
You
call
know,
Jai
it
Gilgeous
I know
Alexander.
alludes to me.
SGA.
I'm just glad they're in.
That
Now,
name not hard to say.
who
You can say Antetokounmpo, but you can't say Gilgeous.
So who, me?
is it? Ain't it Gilchrist? I thought it was an R.
No, it's
Call him
Gilgeous.
SGA.
It's Gilgeous. Okay.
Y'all ain't finna make me jack that boy name up. SGA.
You know what?
Jai
I just think-
Gilgeous Alexander.
No, I was good with
Hold on,
SBA.
I'm being honest. Hopefully I'm not being racist.
Canadian.
Hopefully I'm not being racist. I'm gonna put that in
Hold
the
up,
tagline.
hold up. If you have to preface it by being, I hope I'm not being racist. This
You always
preface
been.
not to be racist.
Everybody's
I'm just
always
saying-
been a little racist.
As me being Hispanic, we always add to a name anyway. So Antetokounmpo is easy for me.
I still don't understand how you get that one though.
because we're gonna
You
mess
said
that name
easy.
regardless.
But you can't say Giannis.
It's Giannis.
With the Y.
Right. Yeah,
Just say it with
Giannis.
the Y,
Be
dude.
honest. Yeah,
All
yeah.
you gotta do is ignore the G and
No.
say it with the Y.
You can't ignore it.
Okay, yeet, got it. Whatever,
Giannis.
whatever.
Like,
Michigan.
okay,
Oh, why?
Okay,
Why?
for the people out there, we even break it down for them in our group chat. We
don't.
spell it out.
Again, I
IAA-NIS.
In the words of Lady Gaga, I was born this way.
Good guy.
In the words of
I ain't
who?
mad at it. I ain't mad at it. I say it like that too. Lady Gaga.
The words
why-
of who?
Why Q said they should give what you call it, Kevin Durant a contract incentive so he can brush his hair.
I'm not with y'all. I'm not.
All I know is Walt Frazier was the head of Just for Me,
Just for men.
you know, Just for Men. That's what they should look out for him. Like, hey, we got you, lifetime, Just for Men, KD, free. All I gotta do is advertise.
But just for men is just to color it. They need to
That's
give
the
him a
hair color.
lifetime subscription to brushes and cocoa butter. Palmer's cocoa butter for them ashy ankles and calf muscles. You need the cocoa butter will work, or petroleum jelly. I know your mama used to put that on your
going to
on your
move
lips.
on, but not further enough because Milwaukee was in the news all week, correct? 30-13 when they fired Adrian Griffin, previously of the Seton Hall Pirates, my alma mater, by the way. Just want to throw that out there. Where Orange, New Jersey, where I was born. Look it up. Now, I saw your face.
Me?
No, the one above you.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I was checking text messages. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he got me.
What is going on in Milwaukee? Is that firing justifiable? And Doc Rivers, who doesn't have a good track record in winning close games in the playoffs or closing out series per se, is that a good hire?
That
I don't
firing was.
I don't understand the firing.
It was purely because he didn't get along with Giannis. 100%.
Has that been authenticated? Has that
Perkins
been
said it
verified?
was, but Perkins just say anything.
We can't listen to Perk, but
Right.
everybody
Listen to
everybody knew that him and Giannis didn't get along. It's been common
Who's
knowledge
everybody
that
though? I didn't know that because when the news came down, I was totally shocked. Like, whoa, they just
y'all-
fired the coach of
you're
the
not in the circles.
second best team of the like not in the East.
Did
That
y'all
was-
see
they
the
have the second best
video?
record in the NBA.
Did y'all see the video of the lady reporter doing her thing, and in the background, Theonis is dancing while he's shooting at the same time? Theonis.
Be honest.
Oh, Thanos.
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 Did y'all see
Yeah,
the
Thanos.
video?
Let me tell you
Did y'all
something.
see the
Thanos is the most hilarious person in the NBA. He should
Yeah.
definitely not be in the NBA. And the reason why that coach got fired is because he kept telling Thanos he shouldn't be in the NBA, and Giannis didn't like that. But
According to Kendrick Perkins, that has
But
not been verified by anybody outside of
Okay,
Kendrick
I
Perkins.
don't know if anybody's ever verified it. I know Giannis came out and said that he was shocked that he had been fired.
of course
No.
you
The
supposed to say
GM
that.
said I mean, of course, he's probably supposed to say that, but the GM said he didn't consult Giannis. Giannis had nothing to do with it, and that may be
You're supposed to say that.
that he had something to do
Yeah,
with it. If the
if
GM
you-
has to come out and say that he didn't have anything to do with it.
If you're a GM and a star player, that's what you're supposed to say. You're supposed to say you didn't know what was going on. You didn't know that was about to happen, and you
It
shocked
don't
it
make
happened.
sense to me.
KD got Steve Nash fired, and that was public. And then when he got fired, he was like, "I don't know why. I don't know what happened."
But
I don't
but
make
say,
no
that,
decision.
say that again.
He
Though.
spent all the time complaining about Steve Nash,
But
and then
say
when he
that
finally
again.
got fired,
But say it again.
KD was like,
But
Was
say
me?
that again.
I'll
Say
make
that
that
part
decision.
again. It was public.
"Yeah."
We knew that was why Steve Nash was probably going to lose it. We knew Steve Nash was going to lose his job before Steve Nash lost his job, and we knew why.
Now he's
Steve
sitting
Nash
back-
lost his job.
When Adrian Griffin got fired, that came as a total surprise. Like I did not. Did y'all see that one coming?
You second position in the East, ranked number 2. You the second seed, and you
You're
just got
number
fired.
2 in the NBA. Like they had the second best record in the NBA at the time.
I just also
What-
want to throw out there that this happened recently before. Los Angeles Lakers, same record. Vogel got fired, and LeBron went on to win that bubble championship that season. Just want to throw that out there.
Because LeBron didn't
Okay.
want Vogel there, and it's the same
But
thing.
we knew that LeBron didn't want Vogel.
But
there.
that's how you know it has to do with Giannis. It obviously has to do everything with the star player, because you not go fire a coach when you have the number 2 record in the league without it being something about the star player. That's you have to you can't just sit there and say, oh, it's not verified. You're not gonna just fire a coach just to fire the coach. That don't make no sense. Unless you Golden State and Mark Jackson just took you to the playoffs and getting you places where you need to be.
With all that being said, I think Steve Kerr's time in Golden State is done. If I'm being honest with you.
They about to do a full rebuild out
I
there.
think Golden State's time in Golden State is done.
Yeah, they about to do a full
Like
rebuild out there.
that dynasty is over.
They just don't play defense.
They gonna let everybody go
They just don't
except
play
for
defense.
But that's been like they outside of Draymond Green, they none of them really play
I
defense.
think even Draymond Green is scared to play defense now.
He is
they gonna
now.
let everybody but Draymond Green go.
I don't know. I think
Definitely
that time is done. If I'm being honest, I think it's Golden State. I think they still can keep Curry. Clay might be gone, but
They might be gone.
Steve
Yeah,
Kerr.
they don't want to pay Clay. They don't want to
They
get
didn't need
Clay
a
anymore.
voice out there. Steve
Clay
Kerr-
already got the foot out the door. They told him they wasn't about to extend him, and he had to wait until free agency. So
Kuminga
he already got
doesn't
the foot
want
out
to
the
be
door.
there. Kuminga doesn't trust Steve Kerr anymore.
Yeah.
Like that team is, they're done. That I think the Golden State dynasty, as we know it,
And I will say something very unpopular, even though I think it's popular. I think we all said it before. Steve Kerr just rode those coattails, like you said, of Mark Jackson,
Mark Jackson.
and he already had an established team.
And Mark Jackson
And-
put that team together.
Yeah.
We're almost done with the show.
Hey, my mama in there, y'all.
Hey,
Ma.
Mama.
We love you, mama.
Speaking of basketball, speaking of hi, mama.
Come on, man, I miss her.
Last night we had the game of the year when it came to college basketball, women college,
That was a good
South
game.
Carolina versus
That was a good
LSU
game.
here in the All Sports Matters.
That was a good game.
Are those two still favorites to finish up? We know we obviously Caitlin Clark will always have her name in there.
I was about to say, yes.
Connecticut will be up there. But will the finals come down to those two teams?
I don't know if the finals will, but they're definitely gonna have some say so the rest of the way.
Yeah, one of those teams will have to play Caitlin Clark.
Don Staley is hilarious. In her
Completely.
press conference, they were like, they were like the LSU crowd was being all ruckus. She was like, no, they were nice to me. They were calling me boo.
Did y'all see the price of those tickets for that game?
3,000, like 3,000 was the cheapest one, something like that, right? Something like that.
Crazy.
Three stacks.
But it was the most expensive ticket that's this season for women's college basketball.
I don't know who put the comment in there about Iowa would go through both of those. They ain't gonna go through
Shane
that. They're
O'Brien.
not going through South Carolina.
Not.
I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't think anybody want to see South Carolina right now.
So
Didn't they
here's
go
the
through
difference
South Carolina last year?
I mean, hey,
That was
look,
last
Look,
year's
I was going to
squad.
say that. Hold on.
This squad this year
LSU
is not the same because LSU was a different squad last year. This
True.
squad,
True.
before Angel Reese fouled out, LSU had that game.
they had the game, but
They had that game.
it was
Angel
about
Reese,
that.
Angel Reese got in foul trouble.
Yeah,
and
once you
had
get in
to,
foul
like,
trouble,
back off.
Here's the
it got
difference
rough.
between
got rough.
last year and this year when it comes to those teams. Kaylee Clark can go off all she wants. She probably has one other person helping her. Now, they game plan for South Carolina, which means they had all 5 girls in that box.
Mhm.
This year, South Carolina got shooters. It's
Yeah,
a little
South
bit different.
Carolina got shooters that can
This
space
year is a
it
little bit
down.
different. They're not going to be able to do that with South Carolina this season. So South Carolina, even LSU got shooters. Iowa
That little Hall girl,
game plan.
number 23 for South Carolina, that
Nice.
girl's a sharpshooter.
She's a monster.
That's what I'm saying. It's different. It was a different game plan, different philosophy. I don't think that'll work this year when it comes to South Carolina.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to just pack the
and that Hispanic chick that plays in the center, Cardonas or whatever.
Yeah, Cardona 6. Yes,
Oh
like
my
6'7".
God,
She's an
Like
animal.
6'7".
that's
An
a
animal.
problem.
Killing it.
That is a problem. Well, here in All Sports Matter, we do believe in all sports. Real briefly, it's Royal Rumble weekend.
It is.
Royal Rumble weekend. Before we get to around the horn per se, we're not making no money, so we can say it.
Round the horn. Just don't put the
Gentlemen,
end.
round the horn. Gentlemen, predictions for Royal Rumble tomorrow night. Still on
We got-
Peacock, by the way.
We got winning
Yes.
the Rumbles. I think Punk wins the men's match,
Yeah.
and I got Bailey winning the women's match. I think Jade Cargill might finally make her debut in WWE, in-ring debut
I think so too.
tomorrow.
Chef.
I definitely I'm honestly going with Cody, but I think Cody is going to come down to Cody and Punk at the end, and I think Cody will win it. I think if Jade Cargill makes her debut, I honestly think she's going to pull it out.
JB.
I can see it coming down to Cody and Punk at the end. Punk, I think Punk is gonna win it. So they can do whatever they do. Don't be surprised if you see The Rock enter the Royal Rumble though. I do think Jade Cargill makes her debut. I also see a returning Sasha Banks and Naomi. And to go along with having Bailey win it. So the final 5 in the women will be Bailey, Sasha Banks, Naomi, and Jade Cargill. And you can always
That's only
throw,
4, though.
huh?
You said the last 5, and that was only 4.
And I was about to say Bianca.
I'm gonna go a little bit deep. I'm gonna go a little bit deeper into it because mine's gonna be a 2-part answer. Now, Cody and Punk is gonna take each other out. Neither will win.
Okay.
I think the reason they went into that head-to-head on Monday was to start setting up that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because they did that, I believe Gunther will win.
Yeah, I was about to say
Gunther will win.
Yeah.
And then my second part to that, I'm still sticking to the men, is that The Rock in the Elimination Chamber will win the Elimination Chamber and face Roman at WrestleMania. Now, that's what I got with the men. Somewhere
Hold
in the
on.
Elimination Chamber
Before you. So, do you have The Rock beating Roman?
at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
No.
No,
Okay.
the Rock don't beat him.
No,
And I completely forgot that Brock isn't going to be at WrestleMania. So yeah,
Not anymore.
Gunther
Not
against
anymore.
Seth. Yeah.
So with that being said, Gunther was supposed to fight Brock. So now they see all that. Gunther,
Yeah,
Seth,
I can see Gunther. I can see
and
Gunther.
Gunther
winning.
will beat Seth at WrestleMania.
That makes sense.
Rock will win Elimination Chamber because Cody and CM Punk will fight each other. Probably double somehow. They're scrapping against each other. They cancel each other out. They will fight at WrestleMania. I'm saying all that to say that they're trying to eliminate Hulk Hogan from the longest reign. Yes. Yeah. So Roman Reigns will hold that title for another year.
Exactly. And I was about to say at WrestleMania 41, that's when I think
he'll finally lose to Cody.
We'll finally drop the belt to Cody.
Yeah, it's so crazy how they were so down on Brock winning the championship and holding it hostage and not being there, and gave it to Roman for him to immediately do the same thing.
So who do you have winning the women?
For a while, I was leaning on Nia Jax for the reason they've been blowing her up.
Whoa.
But I think for the same reason they take Jade Cargill out, they'll gang up on her, take her out, gang up on Nia Jax, take her out. Nia Jax on a good road right now. They're actually building her up.
She hasn't hurt nobody yet.
But I'm agreeing with Bayley coming in at number 27.
She did bust up Becky's face.
I do agree with Bayley coming in at the end, somewhere 27, 28, 29, and taking it, and that's the storyline there.
With her
against the easy storyline. Right.
It'll be her saying, "Oh, I'm gonna go after Rhea," and then she ended up going after Io. And
that's an easy one there. So that's that. Chef, what you got for us?
This week I'm taking a week off, man. Hey, look, I went ahead and let the random facts slide out this week, but if you get a chance and you have a Uncle Nearest brand near you, make sure you take advantage of that. Check out Uncle Nearest.
Oh yeah, when I was in Tennessee, Uncle Nearest was like a staple at the bar in my bar.
And anyone who doesn't know yet,
Uncle Nearest, he was the black guy that basically was the brewmaster for Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels. He taught Jack Daniels how to make his recipe. Yep. So
we appreciate the love. We appreciate the love, and like obviously we got to go every week, giving this team a little bit of some time. So I'm gonna say, how about them Cowboys? And that's all the time they go get. Gentlemen, are we done for this week? Fleck, you got anything for us?
No, man. Like you said, we're gonna watch the Rumble tomorrow. Join us Sunday morning on the Parlay Period app or Vibe95station.com for our
11
radio
Eastern,
show.
11 Eastern, 10 Central. Yes, I know y'all still be rolling out of bed later, but hey, we're there.
It's archived too, so no excuse for not listening to us on the radio.
We're there. Hey, look us up on
YouTube.
I
lie about that? Maybe I lied about that. I saw my producer look at me crazy. Maybe I lied about it being archived.
It was, but for some reason it didn't work. I tried to look it up. It wasn't working.
Gotcha.
When we first started, I think
it's working now.
Okay. I saw my producer look at me like, this motherfucker lying.
Also, the All Sports Matters on YouTube. Subscribe to our page because the show is there. In case you missed it here, the show
it doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. We're not asking you to watch the entire shows. Just give us a thumbs up. Give us a subscribe.
Hey, it's Michigan. I don't know how y'all want me to say it. I don't really know. I'm confused.
Michigan.
I'm confused. I don't get it. I'm done. I am done. Y'all can do whatever y'all want to do. JB, take.
We're waiting on Giannis in Michigan.
Well, you know what we always say. Some people like football, basketball, and baseball, while others like hockey, soccer, and NASCAR, and even in Michigan. But here, all sports matter.
Michigan, peace out.
He walked off.
Thing ain't working.